Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Chef Carl, and in this episode of Cooking and Grilling with Carl, we're going to be making for you some Japanese fried chicken, Karaage fried chicken for short. All right, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this recipe. All right, y'all. Here's all the ingredients I'll be using. All right, so right here I got some boneless chicken thighs, some sake. And if you don't have sake, then you could just use only mirin. All right, so right here I have some cornstarch, some chicken bouillon, some mirin, soy sauce, sesame oil, salt. In this container is white pepper, and then I have some goya adobo, which I know that's not traditional, but the last time I made it, I added it, and it definitely gave it the flavor I was looking for. But if you omit this and just go with everything that's right here, it's still going to be delicious. All right, so let's get to it. All right, before we get started, let me sharpen up my knife, because I'm going to cut up the chicken thighs, the boneless chicken thighs. All right. Alright, before I cut them up, let me wash them. Alright, so I rinsed off my boneless chicken thighs in some cold water with a little vinegar. Alright, that's just something I do. And I know there's people out there that say you shouldn't wash your chicken because, you know, but I just prefer to do it. Alright, so I'm going to cut these in pieces as if I was going to make like a stir fry. So kind of going to bias a little bit. Cut off this little bit of fat. Alright, so we're kind of doing like chicken fingers, but with boneless thighs. And because I'm cutting them on the bias, they're coming out a little bit flatter than normal chicken fingers. Alright, so I'm going to finish cutting these up and then we'll be right back. Alright, so I got all my chicken cut up. So now I'm going to start adding the ingredients so the chicken can marinate for about 2 hours. Alright, so right here I'm going in with a little bit of salt. I would say about a teaspoon. And right here I'm going with about a tablespoon of bouillon, chicken bouillon. Going with about 2 tablespoons of mirin, about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, about a tablespoon of sesame oil, about a tablespoon of sake, 1 packet of goya sazon seasoning, and about a couple pinches of white pepper. So I'm going to give all this a good mix. Then I'm going to add in a little bit of cornstarch, and just enough to coat all the chicken. Not a lot. That should do it right there. That's about 2 tablespoons. Alright, so some of this liquid is going to be absorbed by the chicken. Oh, in the beginning when I showed all the ingredients, I forgot to show you the garlic and ginger. So I'm using some refrigerated ginger paste. I know some stores, they sell non-refrigerated. I would not buy that one. But I typically grate my own ginger, but in this case I just bought the ginger paste. So I'm doing about a tablespoon of that, and then some fresh minced garlic. It should be minced a little bit more than this, but this is I already had it in a container, but it'll be fine. So I'm going in with the tablespoon. Alright, so now I'm going to give everything a nice mix. Alright, so now I'm going to cover this with some plastic wrap, and I'm going to go into the refrigerator for about 2 hours and let it marinate.
2 hours later.
Alright, y'all, so our Japanese Karaage fried chicken, or Karaage Japanese fried chicken, or however you want to say it, it's been marinating at almost 3 hours actually at this point. So I'm going to go into this other bowl, into the large bowl. And then I'm going to dredge with cornstarch. All right, you can also use potato starch. Actually, some of the recipes I've seen actually prefer potato starch, but we're using cornstarch, and I believe it's going to come out just fine. All right. So I made sure I put enough cornstarch in here where it coats all of the chicken and it gets nice and dry. Meaning there's not going to be really hardly any wet spots on the chicken. Just like you do with regular fried chicken. But, you know, we're just using cornstarch. Alright, so I'm just making sure all of this chicken is coated. Like I had a piece right there that wasn't all that coated. I think I pretty much got everything coated pretty good. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. And I have the privilege or the luxury of actually having a fryer. So I'm not doing this in like a frying pan or in a pot or Dutch oven. I'm actually going to be using an actual deep fryer. Alright, so I'm using my Tefal deep fryer, which if you don't have one of these, I suggest you get one, especially if you're going to be doing, you know, a decent amount of deep frying. You know, fried fish, fried shrimp, fried chicken, French fries. This thing is great for all of that. Alright. So I got my oil preheated to about 325 degrees. So I'm just shaking off the excess so I don't destroy my oil. And I'm gonna do this in a few batches. Probably gonna take like 3 batches to do this. Alright, so first batch down, and alright, so that's the first fry. I got it golden brown. Alright. What I mean by that is this recipe calls for double frying. That's how you get it nice and crispy. Alright, so like I said, I got 2 more batches to go. And when I do the second fry to finish it, I can put more in there because they're not going to clump up together. And I'm going to turn the temperature up to 350. Alright, second batch going down. Alright y'all, so I just took the third batch out. So now I'm turning up the heat to 350 degrees. And then I'm going to drop this batch in and do the double fry. Alright y'all, so it should have heated up to 350 by now. So now I'm going in for the second fry. Alright, and as you can see, I put more chicken in the basket. Alright, so I'm going to use the lid so I can lock in that heat. That's the good thing about this fryer, this Tefal fryer. It's also a self-cleaning fryer. I should be promoting this thing, but maybe I will have a link down in the description below, as they say. Oh, and by the way, if the audio quality isn't as good as it was before, that's because my action cam that I was using, it died, and I had to switch to my phone. All right, y'all, let's give it a look. I can look through this little window right here to see how it looks. I'm gonna give it about another minute or so, and I think we're gonna be good. And then I'll just have one more batch to do after this. All right, let's give it a look-see. Woo! Look at that. That looks delicious. All right, so I have a bowl here lined with paper towel. Wow, that looks crazy. I can't wait to dig into this. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, because I just pulled the chicken out, I'm still gonna have to let this grease come back up to temperature. Probably only take about 5 minutes. All right, y'all. So this is how it looks. Now, watch when it comes out. Throwing the lid back on to lock in all that heat. All right. Shouldn't take no more than maybe like 3 minutes. All right, y'all. There you go. See the difference? And the thing that gives it nice and dark is the fact that it has, you know, the oyster sauce, the soy sauce, the soy sauce and all that stuff in there. Let me dump this in the container. All right. All right, y'all. Here we go. Our delicious Japanese Karaage fried chicken. All right, just topping it off with some cilantro leaves, just for garnish. A little bit of greenery, some lemons. All right, a little bit of acid, and I made some delicious sauce. It's basically a bang bang sauce. I don't know if you know anything about Bonefish Grill or like Panda Express, the bang bang sauce, but I'll put the recipe for this down in the description below. Pretty much all it is sweet chili sauce, mayonnaise, and sriracha. All right, so get that out the way because that's not the star of the show. Here's the star of the show right here. Japanese Karaage fried chicken, or Karaage Japanese style fried chicken, or fried chicken for short. But so as I do every now and then, have my son Munch do the taste test. All right, let me know your thoughts. All right, try it without the sauce and then try it with the sauce.
It's good.
Okay, now try it with the sauce. Look at that, he broke it in half. He knows not to double dip.
It tastes better with the sauce.
It tastes better with the sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, y'all. That's from a fried chicken expert. Look at him, y'all. All right, y'all. Karaage fried chicken. Hope you enjoyed checking out this video, this recipe. Definitely give it a try. All right, y'all. So I'm not gonna take my son's word for it. I'm gonna try it myself. Good fried chicken. You can't go wrong with this recipe. All right. So I just want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more recipes like this. This is Chef Carl from Cooking and Growing with Carl. I'll catch you on the next video. God bless. Peace.